Hi, everyone. We are back with another episode of our video series, Coming Home, Life After Semester at Sea, where we're talking with our fellow Voyagers from Voyage 134 in the fall of 2024 and focusing on what life after SAS has been like for them. I'm Kathleen Niegocki, she, her. I was on the counseling team for Voyage 134. With me is also Emma DeCaro, one of our two ASL interpreters from the Voyage. And today we have a wonderful student guest, Deanna Faison. Deanna, thank you so much for coming and doing this with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So, first and foremost, can you tell folks a little bit about who you are and how you ended up going on semester at sea?
So I'm a junior at Roger Williams University, and I was kind of in a place where I was either transferring or going abroad. Um, my classes weren't transferring to some of the colleges that I wanted to transfer to, so I decided that going abroad was the best choice. I looked into a couple of different programs, and semester at sea just really stood out to me.
Okay. And was semester at sea something you had known about for a while or that you discovered like more recently when you were thinking about where you were going to go next?
I had heard of it, but I hadn't like really done any research on it. I did research on it after I applied, so.
Okay, yeah. Um, so how would you describe semester at sea to someone, either someone in your life who doesn't know what it is, or maybe someone watching this video who really is not familiar with what SAS is?
For me, semester at sea is just the best thing ever. Like you get to travel the world while you're studying your major and you meet the best people. It's kind of indescribable in like such simple words. Like it was just the best experience.
Yeah. Can you say a little more about what semester at sea has meant just for you personally?
The connections that I got to make while I was abroad were indescribable. The people that I got to meet and all the different places that we got to visit. Like I'm still in contact with some of the friends that I've made and the places that we went. Semester at sea really like changed my viewing point on life and like made me think of different possibilities for me to do in the future.
Yeah, that's really amazing. Like there were so many ways in which it just like impacted you really deeply, like the relationships that you made, like meeting people in these countries that you actually still have like contact with. And sounds like it also just like shifted your perspective and like opened up some possibilities about what you might want to like do in life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, that's amazing. It is now like mid-April. So, we disembarked the voyage in Bangkok like 3.5, almost 4 months ago now. So part of why we're having these conversations is like to kind of look back from where we are now in this like re-entry, process. So one question is like, what do you miss the most
Uh,
about SAS, about your experience?
Always being with people, like you were never by yourself on the boat. And at first it was kind of hard, but you grow to love it. Like not being able to walk to all the different decks and just seeing everyone all the time is a little different, but
Yeah. So something about just like that proximity and like just being so connected in the space.
yeah, definitely.
And it sounds like that's something you grew to appreciate like more and more as things went on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any favorite memory or memories that you
Uh,
want to share that really
Definitely.
stay with you? What?
Neptune Neptune Day was a lot of fun.
Can you say a little bit about Neptune Day? Because I'm sure there's people that, well, I don't know how many spoilers you want to give, but anything about Neptune Day that you loved?
So it's basically when you cross the equator, we kind of have like a big celebration of becoming shellbacks. Just everyone shaving their hair and jumping into the water, catching a fish. It was so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a really special day. And like just like you would never that would never happen anywhere else, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. Any other memories that stick out to you a lot or that you remember most fondly?
I loved planning every port with like whichever group you decided to travel with, and I love how it didn't have to be the same group each time. Like if you wanted to do something else, you'll always find someone on the boat that's also doing that, and you could just join their group for the day. Like there was never a dull moment, that's for sure.
Yeah, and it sounds like you never felt like locked into like having to do the same things with the same people. Like you sounds like you felt very free to like find
That
people who wanted to do similar things.
Yeah, that was my favorite part. Like, you didn't have to travel with the same group each time. And I feel like a lot of people on Voyage 134 kind of knew that. Everyone wanted to travel with not necessarily a whole different group, but like different people and experience different things with different people.
Yeah, I think that's really cool that you got that experience. That's awesome. And I think it's helpful to let other people know, that that's like how it can look for them. Yeah. So, like I said, we've been back now for I think like longer than the voyage was at this point. So, like thinking back from now to like what it was like when you got off the ship and returned home, like what was adjusting back like for you, and were there any challenges?
The jet lag was a big challenge for me. I had a good week of sleeping at times that I probably shouldn't have been. It was really hard to adjust back, but it got the hang of it eventually. The after abroad blues are definitely a real thing. I think it was just because semester at sea gives you the opportunity to travel to a new place each week, and you're always planning something, you're always doing something amazing and something fun with amazing people. And like
Yeah.
coming home, like I mean, everyone's different. Like I'm from Long Island, so it's kind of dull in the winter, like there's not really much to do. So it's kind
Yeah.
of not sad, but like a little like, oh, like I miss being on the boat.
Yeah, yeah, I can, as a fellow Long Islander, I can relate to that too, of just kind of coming off of this like peak experience in a way of like so much action and connectedness and these new experiences after new experiences. And I definitely think people will resonate with just that idea of like that post abroad blues. Um, how did you cope with like some of those tricky parts about being back? Like, are there things that helped you adjust that have been helping you?
I feel like it's really like hard to explain. Like I took a lot of videos of my experiences while abroad just so I could show people. It's hard to put into words sometimes, like how amazing everything was and all the things that I got to see. So the videos definitely helped be able to share and talk about it. Um, I
Mhm.
FaceTimed all of my friends from the ship, and we like you had to be there to really understand what the experience was. So sometimes it's kind of hard to talk about.
Yeah, yeah, I can appreciate that too. And like you said at the beginning, like there's an indescribable quality to semester at sea that makes it hard to like sum it up in words. And it sounds like one thing that's actually helped is like having video to kind of help you tell the story of what that was like. Um, and yeah, that like it can be hard to talk to people who weren't there, and have them really understand. Um, how has it been like telling people about your experience? Like, has it helped to have things to show folks, or have you talked to people who were with you on the voyage?
Yeah, definitely, especially when I explained like the beauty of the Taj Mahal, having
Yeah.
videos and pictures was definitely helpful to like
Yeah.
the Taj Mahal was indescribable, like the beauty of it. So without the pictures and the videos, like I wouldn't do it justice just explaining how beautiful it was.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there with you that there's something about just viscerally experiencing things that just you can't, it's hard to translate that for someone else who wasn't there. Um, Anything else that's been like helpful for you just in your process, either in the initial adjustment period or, as some time has gone on, things that you have found helpful?
Definitely. I'm on the rugby team here at Roger Williams, so all of my friends, because every day I wear a new semester at sea merch to practice. So we have a
Nice.
joke, did you do semester at sea? That's been helpful because it's like I'm talking about it, but not talking about it. Like I'm
Yes.
representing it, but I don't have to share every little detail. Like everyone knows, my family and friends, they all say like you just have a different glow to you since you've been back.
Wow. Yeah, so people can feel that you have been changed by the experience.
Yeah, for sure.
And I love that you're wearing the SAS gear. I find myself doing the same thing. It's like we don't have to announce everything verbally, but there's something special about like wearing that and like what it symbolizes, you know? Yeah. Deanna, anything else that you would want people to know, or any like thoughts or advice or wisdom you might want to share if there's anyone watching this who's like thinking about going on semester at sea?
I would definitely say apply, even if you might not have the funds for it. There's ways to, everyone on the ship situation was different. I had friends whose parents were paying for the trip, people who have been saving up for this trip for years, people who took out loans so that they're able to travel while in port. Definitely look at all of your options. It's really an experience that's going to change you for the better. You're going to meet your best friends that you didn't know that you needed. You're going to make the best experiences and memories. Like traveling the world while being able to study whatever it is that you're studying. Like there's so many different majors of everyone on the ship. Like it was cool to see everyone's different interests and everything. And you could take classes if there's something that you want to learn about, and that's not necessarily your major, but you just want to learn about it while you're on the ship. Definitely, honestly, just do it. It was so amazing.
Thanks for that, Deanna. And thanks also for just like reminding people that like finances don't necessarily need to be a barrier, that like there are various ways that people make this happen, and also just how many opportunities there are to learn in different areas while you're on this voyage. Cool. Well, thank you so much, Deanna, for taking the time and carving this out in your day to speak with us. It was great to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and thank you everyone for watching, and stay tuned for our next episode.